Ronnie, through to the quarter-finals, beating your good friend Ding. What are your thoughts on your performance tonight?
I just tried to just come out and just sort of like just play with a good head, you know what I mean? Like form comes and goes. You can never really, it's not like a tap where you can just turn it on and off, but the one thing you can control is how you use your mind, you know what I mean? And that's what I've done well today, and I decided I wasn't going to let anything bother me. I wasn't going to think about anything while I was out there. And if I was going to think about something, I'd do it after the game and not during the game. So, you know, I was pleased that I was present out there and able to focus on each shot. And basically, I give everything I had tonight in that department, and that's all you can do sometimes.
And it was more than enough, especially how you closed out the game. Must have pleased you, the two big breaks.
Yeah, no, I was pleased because obviously, you know, I had chances to, you know, I missed like 2 blacks off the spot and another black, you know, and you start to think. But other than that, I was scoring okay. But, you know, Ding made a few mistakes and made it easy for me. But, you know, I was pleased, yeah, obviously, to close it out with a couple of big breaks is always nice, you know.
Were you missing, when you hit those blacks that you missed, did you know you were missing them? Because there's talk about the pocket being tight. Was there any you felt were going in
no,
and then didn't?
I hit them bad.
Your fault?
Yeah, I hit them bad, yeah. I never blame the pockets or the table for, you know, any of that stuff. If something happens, it's a bit like a golfer. If he hits it 50 yards off the fairway, you know, it's not the ball's fault, it's not the club's fault, you know. When you play a steel ball sport, you know, it's always you to blame, which is why it's such a hard sport, because whenever you miss a shot like that, you think, well, what have I done wrong? So then you can start overthinking stuff sometimes.
Yeah. You said in an interview recently, you know, I'm semi-retired now, and it stuck with me. I had a little look through and I thought it was a Ronnieism, but I looked through and I went, no, you're right, you are semi-retired now. You know, if you were to continue the amount of tournaments you play in for the next 3-4 years, that's absolute semi-retirement. What are the pluses and minuses to that when you come into a big tournament?
Obviously, a tournament like this, you know, when you play a lot of tournaments, you know, you're much match sharpened, you're much more consistent, and you're in shape, really, you know, and you can, you know, the bad spells probably don't last as long because you're match fit. So that's probably why I haven't done as well in Sheffield over the last few years. But then there's the trade-off that, you know, I enjoy my life, you know, and I think my lifestyle is always come first, and, you know, snooker has to fit in around that. I don't want to be a slave to it or be a slave to other people, how they think I should, what they think I should do, you know. Yeah.
So, in a weird way then, the lockdown puts everyone in semi-retirement before this tournament.
Yeah, it was great for me.
Good for you, right?
Yeah, no, listen, yeah, I really enjoyed it, you know, because it was good. It was a chance to be at home. It's like a bit of a reset button for everybody, you know. Discovered my love for running again after 10 years. So I've really, like, you know, and it just as for me, it's been a lot of pluses, but obviously we all want to kind of get back and start doing something, you know, at some point.
Are you enjoying it? Because I know you're going home and coming up, and sometimes it can be a little bit like you find it hard sometimes to swim in the fishbowl that is the crucible. To use a better phrase. Are you enjoying this compared to, say, even the last 5 years? Is this the one you're going, okay, yeah, I'm enjoying this?
Yeah, I think it's like I said, it's a bit of a mindset, because obviously, you know, I think with the way things were, I just decided that there was no longevity me in snooker, and it wasn't worth me putting all my eggs in one basket, because it is so grueling, and it's okay for some people, but for someone like me, it was never going to work. So, you know, I've had to look at other ways of what I do away from snooker, because you don't want to be at home while there's tournaments on. You're not doing much with your time. So, you know, it's made me look at being a bit more proactive and taking control of certain areas of my life, and that's really excited me. And now snooker has become even more of a hobby than it was before. So, yeah, I mean, the key for me is that to not allow the other things that I'm enjoying in my life make me not really bother about snooker. So I've got to try and find a way when I'm out there playing that I want to be there and I want to win and I want to be competitive. And for the first time for a long time, like, even though it was really bad stuff yesterday afternoon, I actually felt that I was present in the game, and, you know, it's a long time since I felt like, I'm not saying I'm going to play well, but it's just nice to feel that you want to compete, you know.
Now Jimmy White, because he loves you, he tips you a lot to win tournaments that we cover. He once tipped you to win the US Open Golf live on Eurosport. You hadn't even entered it.
Yeah.
Me, not so much. I would tip Judd Trump last year. I try and look a bit more to people. I'm tipping you this year.
Yeah.
The mind's right, the health's right, everything's fallen into place. Do you believe 100% you can win it?
No, not at all. You know, I've never had belief, you know, in myself. Even when I've won it and come here and won it easily, I've never come in thinking, yeah, I'm going to win this. You know, as the tournament goes on, you're looking for little signs that you think, you know, maybe this could be my year. I haven't really found them yet this year. You know, I've played worse and won this tournament, so it can happen than I'm playing at the moment. So, you know, listen, you've got to try and have stop trying to look too much in the crystal ball and just try and take each session as it comes.
Okay, let me get my crystal ball out. Probably world champions all the way if you're going to win it. Every battle will be world champion against world champion. So Mark Williams next. To quote the Super Furry Animals, a Welsh band, the man don't give a bleep. And when you play against him, like yourself, we're talking about two minds going in, very much being in the present, that kind of where it feels to him like he's playing in his living room.
Yeah, no, I think Mark's in that stage of his life as well, where he just enjoys it. It's all a bit of a bonus ball, really. But I think Mark's super competitive just because of, that's just how he is. The Welsh, the Scottish and the Irish seem to really dig deep, they have that will to win, whereas the English can be a little bit, they haven't got that grit and determination, really. That's what in my perception of...
I'm not going to argue, great lovers as well.
No, I honestly believe that, like they've got that pride, their country of pride, some of the English are a bit lazy, aren't we, we're kind of like, oh yeah, whatever. But, so he's got that in him, so even though he looks relaxed, I know that he's a fierce competitor,
Yeah, well, listen, your name's Ronnie O'Sullivan, so you can absolutely bring the Irish to the table. Don't worry about that. Thank you very much, mate. You're part of the team. You're in our bubble.
Cool.
We can do that. Good luck.
Cheers.